Hello, good people of the internet. Today we're playing The Black Pool, which is a third-person shooting action roguelike kind of game made by two indie devs, and for that it looks really great. We will do a quick run, but basically, well, let's just start. There are these... You saw me in The Black Pool. There is this kind of weird world. There's obviously meta progression. You kind of have to choose your abilities. You get to choose one of each of these three. I'm going to start with the lightning one. So you have different attacks. There's a quick attack, there's a strong attack, there's, well, they're kind of shown down here. This is your quick, this is your area. You get an area attack, your strong attack, your dash, your jump, and a rally. And this game has multiplayer, so if you're, not a single player person like me, then you can play this co-op with your friends. Let's, whilst it says legendary, take the strong attack for that. But you have to kind of recognize the symbols. That was lightning. This is boulders or rocks. What does it call it? Terror. There you go. Well, these are all common. Remember, small rocks can be rapidly fired, so you're just doing small amounts of damage with some cooldown. Or let's take... The dash could be quite useful. Sure, let's go with the dash. And then we're going to need a quick attack, so that's probably why it only gives us one choice. Common quick attack, and then give you some stats here. That looks like better damage, but maybe quite long range. Anyway, you then make your way through here to various worlds, and you'll fight things and come back to this area when you've completed the world, and you have to complete a certain number of worlds. I don't know. I played this for a couple of hours, a couple runs, and both times died on like my third world. Oh no, the second world first. Anyway, once you have done a run, you'll get some geodes. This is a bit backwards, this video, in a way. So it says I have 9, but I've unallocated 4. So I was leveling up the upgrade quality so that in the game, when we're offered an upgrade, that they are better quality. But you can upgrade other things. Maybe if I'm dying, I should upgrade health more. So we can do that. Although that does mean that I can't now upgrade that. Or we can say, I think you're only choosing one of these abilities. You can see my health goes back down to 100 when I choose the other option. So it's nice that it kind of gives you options that you can change for each run. Anyway, I don't know. So we're just going to upgrade this, which slows down enemies. Sure. And you'll probably see these like swirling arrows. This is mode that is on... Well, you can turn it off if you prefer to do exploration, as the game calls it. It sounds a bit sadistic to me. I mean, the world is nice to look around, so maybe you'd want to do that. But we're heading to the first world now. It makes you jump into a different black pool. I don't know. There is a story that goes along with the game, but the game doesn't actually tell you that story. You have to go read it elsewhere. At least maybe it doesn't. Maybe it tells you something else. Anyway, there are various worlds. I guess we're going to look at this world for a while. This is the Obsidian world. You may see various platforms about. Well, there's a lot of enemies there. Charge up your attack. Okay, so all light abilities can be charged up with greater power by holding the attack key. There we go. So that's why I had like a range. I mean, I'm used to the other quick attacks, which you could fire a lot quicker. Anyway, so you can jump with space, dash is control. So you've been seeing me use that kind of quick attack. Where are the arrows telling me to go? This way? Yeah, so this light attack, which is supposed to be quick, is not actually that quick. In comparison, anyway. So this could be a very short run because I'm used to different weapons. And the... what's it called? The strong weapon is my lightning, which seems to be more of a quick attack. I don't know what's going on there. Why the game is calling a strong attack that when it is maybe quicker. I suppose the quick one does actually reload quicker. It's just not as quick. So if and when we get an upgrade, I will probably choose one which says make that quick attack quicker. I mean, I had the lightning one in the last run, the lightning quick attack, and it just went like pretty much a constant stream of electricity, which makes a lot of sense when you consider that is. Anyway, I've never actually played on this obsidian world before, so these things on the wall was a bit new to me. Anyway, they do sometimes drop. Yeah, I don't know. It seems backwards. They do sometimes drop things on the floor, like that is some flux. Flux is your currency in the run. Sometimes there'll be a guy at one of the upgrade slots. I say a guy, I would not describe it as a guy, even though I just have. Who will... It's basically the shop. Let's put it that way. It looks like a big... I don't know, what's that Pokemon? Like the weed head? Looks like one of those. I mean, you don't know what I'm talking about, but it definitely looks like one of those. And there are these other drops, which it's unclear what they do. Did that refill my cooldowns? I don't know. Once you get to the end of like the stage, then you get to choose an upgrade, and again you have to recognize the symbols. So this is for the light, which is it'll be upgrading my quick attack or the light damage relating to it. This is for boulder, which we chose for our dash, and that is just health. So don't get confused, because then if you don't need a health boost, we're going to upgrade our quick attack hopefully. Increases maximum charging time, allowing additional damage and light. I don't really care about that, but I suppose why not? And then you step on this thing and you head into the next area. And after like 2 or 3 areas, you're going to hit a boss. Well, I think it's 3 areas in each of the worlds that you face. And this guy's dropped some kind of halo, which seems to be doing like constant light damage. And this guy has dropped something else that's doing something else. It doesn't really explain what it does. You just have to kind of work it out. Or, as the case may be, not work it out. Alright, so there is a keeper, this thing, which will give you an extra upgrade, I think, if you kill it within a certain time. So we will come back after getting rid of this thing. You'll see in the bottom right, for some enemies, it does tell you what they are. I guess the bigger ones. And then I guess if you walk up to one of these orbs, you will choose something. Let's go with light again. So here we go. Increase the attack rate, which I guess is what we want. It's slightly annoying that the enemies, like, even though it only let me choose those things when the enemies were dead, it allowed more enemies to spawn. The graphics are really cool. However, you'll probably notice some slowdown on my machine. My machine is not the greatest. I mean, it's probably like below average these days. So I probably should have turned down the settings before starting to record. It was mostly okay, but there was some slowdown when there was like big draw distances or when there was lots happening. There we go. With our newfound upgrade, then this is actually working relatively well. Don't know what this is. A pulse disc launcher. No, that's this thing. Right, well, that's what that is. I probably should be trying to dodge those attacks, but, sometimes these things don't work. There are, I mean, this isn't one of them, but sometimes in the world you'll find defend points, like hold points, and you can also fall off the map and it will lose you a tiny bit of health. Slightly annoying. That's some more flux that we can use, I think. And again, we're at the end of this kind of level, so we can choose, do we want to upgrade something again? Let's maybe upgrade the light again. Increase the attack rate. Sure, we'll do that again. So now, I don't know, still kind of slow. This is the weird thing. And we have how many flux? 2 or 3. So, you know, if we wait long enough, we can get these augments for the quick or strong attacks, or we can get an additional upgrade, or we can just get extra damage. But I don't really want any of that. Any of the small things, so we'll just kind of skip and move on. I should also say I'm, you know, not very good at this game when recording it. And also not very good at this game when not recording it, but we'll skip past that part. So, you know, you'll probably, if you do pick up this game, be much better than me. So this is kind of the boss. I say kind of. The boss for this world. When's the full strength? There we go. I mean, again, it's called the quick attack, and yet it is at full strength slower. And there are different stages, so you'll see at the top, I don't know. Well, I mean, at the moment it's just running away. But in the bottom right corner it says that this is the Mantis stage 1, which is rank 2. When it's got blue, that means it's shielded. You have to hit the things which are the slightly red area. So that's the only bit which is going to do damage. Couldn't really jump over that. And now you see that that thing has fallen off. We're on to stage 2, and I think if we attack it, a different bit will show up in red maybe. We haven't shown you our area attack because we don't have one. Well, in the starting area, you're probably best to try and pick one of those up. Yeah, there we go. So it is the top bit again, which you need to attack. I mean, we're on very low health. Okay, I don't think that matters. Because when this is clearing the world, and when we've cleared the world, then we can... I mean, we're actually on 8 health now. When we clear the world and go back to the pool, then it will refill our health. Let's make our secondary better. Increase stun frequency. Sure, why not? And you can see that I've done various things. It gives you achievements, and just because you can play it multiplayer, I guess, it tells you who's done what recently. Anyway, so once you've completed the boss fight for a while, it then sends you back to this area. So it sends you back, drops you into it, and then you get to choose. As you can see, this is like healing us. The health in the bottom left corner is going up. Now we get another ability, so we're missing 3. You can see we've got from the bottom of the screen 3 things highlighted. Those are the 3 abilities we have. We're missing 3. So we could get an area attack, which is fire, lightning, or void, I think this is. Let's go with, I don't know. I say we could. This is, yeah, void, but it's storms. I don't know. Each hit of void immediately amplifies incoming effect for all other elements. Great. I mean, we want an area attack, so we're going to go with that. Maybe this wasn't the best choice. And instead of going and walking through that thing, there is now a shortcut, which is kind of the game to not make you have to do that run. Although it still makes you do this and then jump in. So it is a shortcut, but also could be a shorter cut. Anyway, so then you go into like a second world with your slightly improved ability. And this is now Skylands. I was hoping it would show you the other I mean, there are several worlds, and we immediately have fallen off. Yeah, Skylands is, well, if it's in the sky, you're probably going to fall off, but... Anyway, an area effect, you hit R, well, it's R in here, and this, I guess, has created some void thing, which is doing damage to anything which comes near this thing, which nothing is. I wonder when it goes out. I don't know. You can see our lightning has now got increased stun, so it's useful if we want things to stop moving. And sure, I don't know what that is. We'll pick it up anyway. And where's this telling us to go? Yeah, there are these jump pads which will auto jump you somewhere else. This is what they call it, starfish, which I'm not sure I can see the resemblance, but I guess it has 5 legs. I don't know, it has like some Horizon Zero Dawn vibes to the enemies, but obviously lacking any of that associated story and mission quest, because this is obviously a action roguelite. Right, and there's another keeper. I suppose you get 1 per world, but if we don't kill it, then, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, literally. Cool. I mean, everything else was killed by the area effect. So what options do we have? I can only see the boulder here. Is that the only option? Okay, well, let's upgrade our dash by saying we want to increase the channeling time. Cool. I think. And then we're coming to... Well, we could just choose an upgrade right now. I mean, that thing's trying to attack us. There is this thing, which is a defend point. Defend the pillar. A rare flux event, which I think, yeah. So we can, if we successfully defend it, which we've already lost some health there, then we will get 2 flux, or a certain number of flux. I suppose it could change. There we go. 2 this time. And we can use that in the shop, except there isn't a shop right now. What do we want? Let's improve the area effect. So we can either choose to increase the void duration or the number of rifts by 20%. Let's do that. Now, I have been taking some damage. The first time you die... Just trying to work out how to get off this rock. The first time you die, it does seem to want to revive you. Okay, there's lots of enemies there, so we'll just get the area attack in. Stand near it. Yes, sorry. So the first time you die, it seems to revive you, but it gives you a lower max HP, which I guess makes sense. There are lots of walkers, so I don't know, area effect again. There is quite a large variation on what each does, which is why I guess this run is seemingly very different to the previous runs where I was having a quick attack, which seemed, you know, well, actually quick. Whereas this is a strong attack, which, I don't know, doesn't seem... Well, it's strong, but I'm not sure I'd describe it as stronger than my quick attack. Here is this jump pad. I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, it's going to take us up to this platform, I think. Anyway, area attack in the other ones, instead of it being like an ongoing swirly thing, just like a one hit. So if you choose the area attack for fire, for example, I think it just does like a fireball type thing. And because I'm terrible at dodging, then I die. But as you can see, I did not lie. You get revived. My health has been slightly reduced from 120 to 110, I guess. Or, no, it was 10% less, I suppose, would be 108. Let's see if we can get jumping up to this platform. I assume that's what this red launch pad's going to do. Yeah. So sometimes there are these combat platforms, which is another rare event. Which I assume gives us flux in the same way. So very slightly different. You just have to kill all the enemies up here instead of killing all the enemies down there with a defense health limit or something. Anyway, maybe we could have jumped to get that flux. But we're coming up to the end of this level. So again, we can choose void, electricity, or health. And we can also go to the shop. Probably have enough flux, go to the shop. Let's go with void again. We can increase the duration, which is uncommon, so let's go with that. Because why do we need to read to see what things are actually good when you can just choose? Greatly improved shocking current that amps up to double damage over 2 seconds when the stream is crossed by a friendly lightning attack. Right. Oh, it's quadrupled. So yeah, and you can play with friends and it does more things. There is a rally ability that kind of does like, you have one per world, but kind of definitely impacts your friends a bit more. Charging also widens the beam. Let's go with that. And then having done that, we've now... Let's see what that does. Wow. It certainly does more. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It does a wider attack. And, I mean, this is pretty much... Because I haven't got further, we have another boss here. You know, beyond... Well, we'll fight the boss, then I'll talk through that. I mean, if we live. I haven't got to a third world, I think. Unless I'm making it up. Maybe sometimes just because it takes long enough, you just think that you've made it to a third world. But actually you haven't. So again, this being one of the bosses, we've got 3 stages. There's lightning doing a great job at stunning. It does like to go off the edge and leave you with something else to deal with. Because yeah, I have fought this boss. In fact, I don't know if it's the same exact boss in each of the worlds. Like, do you always fight them off in this world? Maybe. And once you kill the thing in the middle, it then will come back. Although I guess we killed the stage 2 through whichever means we did. We've stunned it. We might as well get the area effect in if it's doing damage over time as well. And with all those abilities, it almost looks easy. We'll run to the jump pad, which will take us to the end of the level and then back to the pool where we can get another ability. Yeah, I filled up all the abilities. I must have got to like the 4th world. I don't know. Let's say that we want to. I mean, these are very good choices because these are my 3 main abilities. Let's go with the area attack again. Speed of rifts, sure, why not? And then back home. And yeah, I mean, you do this a bit more. And maybe there's a point where you win a run. But as I say, I've died too many times to actually get there. We could choose lightning again for our jump, which channels a grappling arc of lightning, pulling the caster towards the attached target. Or we could choose the running ability. This is what I was saying. It kind of works better when you're probably playing with other people, because it increases the cast rate of all abilities by 100% within its radius. So, you know, it does still work in single player, but it makes more sense when you have like 4 players, each having their own rally ability, which they can use a certain number of times per world, helping each other. Anyway, so if you choose the jump, I'll just show you what this world looks like. But as I haven't actually got past fighting various worlds, I don't know how far the game really goes or when you beat a run. There are also more challenging difficulties than what I'm showing you here as well. This is the Icelands, which looks a lot like Skylands, but covered in snow. Anyway, it's a shame it hasn't shown you a different level. But you can see that the difficulty is definitely ramped up, and I'm probably not going to live for very long here anyway. The game has music as well, but as ever, I've obviously turned it off. Should I just stop trying to talk? No. I was going to do a whole like outro thing. But given that I'm dying and it's making loud noises, we won't do that. Anyway, this is the Black Pool. If it interests you, check it out. Key was kindly provided. If you've liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. It really does help. And I hope you have a great day, wherever it is you are.